the beginning of Amaroo Park and how Amaroo Park started and what it looked like and what happened at the beginning of it all. They put a prospectus out, which was, again, we've got with all the pages, and I haven't done all the pages here, but this gives you an idea of the way they were talking at the beginning. And you probably know that Amaroo Park was started by Oscar Glasser, the owner of North Shore Traders. Probably the very first company that started hiring tools and equipment. But he was not just hiring hammers and chainsaws, he was hiring D9s and huge, big stuff, big stuff. He had 250 acres up there. And this is the way they were thinking. A lot of the original people came from North Shore Sporting Car Club to kick it all off. And the idea was at the Amaroo Country Sporting Club, you paid your £25 and that gave you a debenture and made you a foundation member, I guess. And that debenture paid X percent per year, which means you did not pay any more membership fees, which you could join as a member, I think was £3. That's the letter I got saying, yes, you're in. There's actually Bruce Pullane's receipt for his joining. This is part of was in the burst, and it'll give you an idea of what they were talking about. Swimming pools, tennis courts, bowling greens, club rooms for members and friends, application for liquor licence we made, extensive picnic, barbecue areas, restaurant and cooperative shop, ballroom and outside dance floors and children's play area, field of dreams stuff. And it goes on to all sorts of the bowling greens, the tennis courts, club. One of the things they did include was a shooting range, and I fired my rifle up there one Sunday afternoon just to see that it did work. Okay, that was what they were. That's close to what you might remember, but it included a drag strip and a full Grand Prix circuit. There's the lake that you would remember, speedway, hill climb, all sorts of stuff. There was the dreaming was quite spectacular.
On the back of that map, where's the hill climb?
You'll see in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Long before the first races, there was all this stuff was going on in the dirt circuit, which was very popular with all the car clubs. The hill climb was operating for ages and ages. Anybody remember the Jindervik, the twin engine horrifying thing with Stan Rumble? Yeah, Milano. There's Leonard in the thing. Now, this will give you a bit of an idea. The first meetings were in fact sort of test meetings. There was a bike meeting in 1966. Here's the scramble circuit, that's in 62, that was operating. Here's the first sort of official type bike meeting, which was in 67. And right after that was the first car meeting. Now, one of the things I'm glad I did now is that before we put the bitumen down, I actually walked around the circuit and took these shots. You would remember the main straight, that's where all the towers were, and up the hill over the top. This is down round the loop, heading back down towards, these photos use all the original names because like a lot of circuits, the names change to whoever's sponsoring this year. But the map that's in here and amongst all the stuff we've got all the original names are there, which I think is quite interesting. That's coming back down into the cutting, and you see why it was called the cutting. That was a favourite spot for standing and photographers at the time. Heading down towards, well, what we ended up calling Stop Go down here. The lake's over on the right. There's looking across to the start finish up the hill with the lake. No, it's to swim in that. There was a lovely pontoon out there with a walkway out to it. And on weekends, I used to take the girlfriend down. Rather than go to the beach, we used to go there because it's a lot quieter. And quietly swim in the lake. Now here's the surveyor's map, drawing of the actual circuit as it ended up. And I think this is interesting. If anybody asks you, how long was Amaroo? I can tell you. It was 6,386 feet and 5 inches, which prompts a question. If we've got any surveyors here, do they measure? They must measure that in the middle of the road, do they? Because it would be different if you measured it on the inside, wouldn't it? 5 inches? Anyway. Right, this is how it ended up. You remember the original Field of Dreams? There's the actual circuit overlaid that. They're still talking here. Area set aside for Olympic pool, tennis court, blah, 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 blah. This is the program for the first race meeting. And you might notice there's a few Caldersmith family involved in it. So.
Who's W Caldersmith?
Warwick, my cousin.
Oh.
Who's since passed away. The Amaroo Country Sporting Club put out their own magazine. And this I rather like. This, after the first meeting, we put together a bit of a how-to operational manual, if you like. This is for grid marshals, assemble cars, etc., etc. But the point that I really, being pedantic, that I love to see, and Brian might agree with me, going back to the old times, Chief Grid Marshal only. Flag race winner with waved flag as indicated by Chief Timekeeper. Indicate finish to all others by steady flag.
Yes, exactly.
And that was the format. Only the winner got a waved flag.
Really?
Everybody else, you're not good enough, mate. We'll just hold it out there for you.
It's the same nowadays with red flags. Red flags you're supposed to hold steady. Really? But everywhere you see.
Oh, really?
Like that.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I'd like to see that reintroduced again, because it's a nice little touch. All right, now this is a bit later on now. This is historic race meetings. Pretty good when you're getting world champions presenting all the trophies, which are lined up there. There's a few faces there you remember. Paul Samuels.
Oh, I'm sure I got the light on it. Yeah.
And Denny Holm and Will Hagen. Yeah. Will Hagen, a much thinner Will Hagen, you see. Yeah. Just to show that our archives do have cars in it too. There's some of the stuff we've had there, and you would remember that.
Is that Bill Tucky and the squire up the top there?
Yes.
That's the car. I don't know if it's him.
Yeah. Now these are some before and after photos, in case you think nothing's changed. That's as it was. That's as it is now. And if you look at the reference of the trees and the things, So all that road gone.
Where are the houses then?
Everything's gone.
Where are the housing development?
It's not that
Down, no, there's not a lot. You'll see that too. Likewise, here, coming up the hill, that road's gone. The new road gone in. Looking across the top, this road gone. Going up the hill, that's gone, and the bottom disappeared. And again, all new, nothing. Oh, that's not as perhaps as relevant, but there you go. All gone.
that all we left as green space, has it?
Well, yeah, that's where it is now. So you can see that's where the circuit was, and that's the only road that's in there now. So there is no bitumen left that they used. What interests me is that's a floodplain. In fact, we cancelled a meeting there because the water was up halfway up the Armco up here. Now, rot's a ruck, guys.
Have we got any photos of that flood? The particular
Not,
flood?
no.
Well, there was 2 meetings cancelled, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's a before and after, the first and the last. And I think the best story about that is the guy that won the first race at the first meeting was Peter Moore. Now, a lot of you know Pete, past president of HSRCA, now living up in Brisbane. At the last race meeting, he won another race. Well, I say won. We had a big gathering beforehand and all got together and said, right,
Slow down a bit.
everybody keep back. And about 3/4 of the way through, he twigged. He said, well, this is what's going on here. Even Paul Hamilton dropped back, and I thought, yeah. So, but he thought it was a night. First and last winner, yeah.
Very good.
And that's it. There you go. I just thought that was appropriate.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Very good.
25 miles from Sydney, the Amaroo Country Sporting Club opens a new motor racing circuit. And there's a big entry for the club's first open motor race meeting. There's a main 1 1/4 mile circuit, and in addition, there's a hill climb, a short circuit, a scramble track, a go-kart track, and a speedway track. It's the only project of its kind in Australia. More than 60 cars take part in the first day's racing, a 14-event program with some of the state's best drivers at the wheel. These drivers will all be able to say they helped make history. They drove on the very first day at Amaroo Park. This is the Formula V event, 12 cars competing over 5 laps. And the winner is Terry Quartley in his Elfin V, a winner on the first day of a brand new racing track.